Are you interested in learning more about homes that are in probate and how to sell them in the state of Illinois? This video is for you. I'm Amy Pearson. I'm a local realtor in the western suburbs of Chicago, and I serve downtown Chicago as well. And as a licensed realtor in Illinois, I do come across people asking questions about probate homes, what's the process, what to do. I have come across homes that have been in this situation, as well as friends that have gone through this process of the probate process before they can distribute all of the assets of an estate. I'm a local realtor in the state of Illinois, and I'm going to walk you through the process of a probate home and what is involved. A probate home means it is the legal process of administering a deceased loved one's estate, resolving their debts, and distributing their assets to the heirs. If the home is part of the estate, it may need to go through the probate before the home can be sold. There is one way to avoid this probate process before I go all the way through it, is if the home is set up in a trust. If the home is set up in a trust, it does not go through the probate process. So that is one way to avoid the probate process, is to make sure that the home is set up in a trust. Then the home can be sold right away. Okay, so the probate process in Illinois. The process is governed by the state of Illinois, the state laws, and typically requires oversight by a probate court. The next is appointing an executor or administrator to oversee the estate. This person is responsible for managing the estate, includes selling the home, paying the bills that the home is responsible while the home is going through probate. If the deceased left a will, the executor is usually named in the will. If not, the court will appoint someone. The executor or administrator is responsible for managing the estate, including the sale of the property. The executor or administrator must file a petition with probate court seeking permission to sell the house. This petition usually includes details about the property and the proposed sale. This often requires approval in the form of letters of office, which usually grants the executor or administrator the power to act on the behalf of the estate. So that is really important to get the letters of office from the probate court to be able to move forward. The court may require an independent appraisal of the property to determine the fair market value. This appraisal ensures the property is sold for a reasonable price and protecting the interests of the heirs and the creditors. An accurate appraisal is crucial because it sets the stage for the sale price of the home and can prevent any disputes amongst if there are multiple heirs. The next would be notice to the heirs as well as creditors. All interest parties involved, which is heirs and creditors, must be notified of the proposed sale of the home. If they have the right to object the sale of the home if they believe it's not in the best interest of the estate. The next step is listing and selling the property. Once the court grants approval, the property can be listed for sale. The executor or administrator can work with a real estate agent to market the property and to find a buyer. It is essential to ensure the sale price is consistent with the appraised value that we did earlier in this process to avoid any objections from the court or interested parties. Before listing the property, it is essential to prepare for sale. This could mean decluttering the home, making any minor repairs, and even staging the property to make it appeal to home buyers. The next step would be to list the property, work with a local realtor, and they will handle the pricing, marketing, and showing the home to potential buyers. Next would be get an offer on the home. When offers start coming in, the executor must evaluate them carefully with the realtor. Remember, in Illinois, the probate court often needs to approve the final sale price. So be transparent and thorough in your negotiations and make sure the buyer is informed about this as well. Finally, once an offer is accepted and approved by probate court, you can proceed to close the sale. Be prepared for additional paperwork, as probate sales involve more legal documentation than typical real estate transactions. The executor or administrator will submit the proposed sale terms to the court for final approval. If the court finds the terms acceptable, this issue order will a confirming of the sale. They approve the confirmation of the sale. So the closing of the sale, with the court approval, the sale can proceed and move forward. The proceeds of the sale will be used to pay off any outstanding debts, any expenses of the estate, with the remaining funds distributed to the heirs according to the terms of the will or the estate. So selling a home, it can seem very overwhelming. It can be a long process. It can take several months for this whole process to finally be wrapped up. So make sure you're working with a real estate attorney that's familiar with probate. Make sure you have a realtor on your side walking you through the process. So I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions, I'd love to be a resource, and stick around for my next video. Thanks so much.